Hey everybody, it's George, your internet life coach, and I'm here with another episode of 5 Minutes of My Mind, a little space I like to provide where I give you some inspiration, a thought, talk about an aspect of growth in spiritual, mental health, or something that just kind of comes to me to speak to. And hopefully it helps you or provides you some background noise for 5 minutes that you can pretend you're paying attention to. So today I'd like to talk about patterns in our life, patterns in our behavior, and the lessons we're supposed to learn. Especially the lessons. It's more about the lessons because I just always keep hearing that if things keep happening to you or they're happening for you, great. And if they're happening for you, there's a lesson to be learned. All right. We don't always know the lesson. It's like, oh, journal about it, write about it, do this, do that. Sometimes it's painful that we don't want to relive it. Maybe it's painful and we don't want to give it that much attention. I don't know. Sometimes it could even just be something that we don't even learn from, and it could traumatize us in a way, depending on the situation. There's so many different ways any given moment can impact us. And it really depends on how we cope. And sometimes coping becomes developing coping mechanisms. Sometimes coping becomes so it just gets complicated, and it's not something to talk about in 5 minutes. What I'd like to talk about now is just the idea of maybe when there's something that happens that you wish wouldn't, the best thing to do is to just let it be and move on. And just know that that's with you, that lesson's with you. And don't try to see life through that lens, but have it with you. It's almost like keep it as a hoarded memory. The memory's there. So how about we treat it just as a hoarded memory? It's just there, just in case. But I want to live my life a certain way. I don't want to be worried about that all the time. Because you don't really have to worry so much about things for your mind to be able to recollect and say, hey, this is related. I mean, we do that all the time without the worry. We do that all the time without that extra energy. And sometimes it's so important, and it activates us, and it triggers us so intently that we want to worry about it because we don't want to experience that again. And I get that. So it's like, well, how do I let go? I definitely, that's going to be a topic I'm going to talk about next as well, letting go. But if you can't let go, just let it be, as painful as it may seem. And I know so many times it's like, how much more do I have to take? How much more do I have to put on, take on? And I don't know what to tell you there. But I'm going to tell you what, if you're able to say how much more, you've probably taken on a lot. So you have the strength to keep going. But maybe it's not good for you. And maybe it takes, a re-examination. And maybe a re-examination with some help. Talk to a trusted friend, talk to a therapist, talk to an advisor, talk to a coach. I've gone through all these different types of individuals. And some individuals were great, and some individuals were helpful, and some were okay. Some were there to just remind me of things I already knew, things I could look up anyway. And it's not easy. It's not hard. It is hard, I should say, to really find somebody that speaks to you and gets you to the next level. And there's no shortcut around that other than hopefully finding that right person and getting referrals and so forth. So, I've definitely been blessed with an incredible support system as of late. In the last couple of years, I've made leaps and bounds, and all the work I've done in the past 14 years has definitely helped. But having the right people can accelerate it. That's a common phrase everybody says. And I just hope that you're able to find the help you need. And if you do need some help finding that, let me know. I've got a lot of access to resources. I got a lot of experience to tell you what to look out for, what to look out to get and not get, what are green flags, red flags. Let's just use that common phrase there. And but it definitely does take getting to know you, because it's not just, oh, these are green flags, these are red flags, let me post a site about it. No, it really depends on the individual. And that's where, I appreciate the certification that I got in my life coaching, and the coaching I received is part of that as well. There was a lot of coaching with other coaches. I got to know a lot of people and help them, and they've helped me. So I just want to tell you that You're okay. And everybody's going through it, like you know. And the fact that you haven't learned your lesson, you're not a bad person. Please, please don't think that. Just just understand it's a process, and that's all. And I've been there, and there may be people who can promise you quick results and get you through it, and that may help some, but it doesn't help everybody, so don't feel bad if it doesn't help you. All right? I'm a little over time, but I did want to make sure I left that last bit of message. And if you do appreciate or enjoy the 5 minutes that I give you, please don't forget to like and subscribe below, and provide me any feedback. And please do reach out if you're looking for resources or connections or anything like that. I'd love to be able to help put you on a great next step for your life. All right? Cheers.